Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, truckers? How y'all doing? It's your boy, Rookie OTR Trucker. It's been a while, but I'm back, and I got some more content for you guys. Where do I start? Okay, I'm gonna be all over the place with this video, guys, but nonetheless, I got some new information, some new experiences that I've encountered, so here goes nothing. Right now, I am at my final stop on this particular load. I had to stop in my point of origin. I started in at the Tyson warehouse, the pork plant in Storm Lake, Iowa, and I had to deliver to Anniston, Alabama. And my second stop right now, I'm in St. Petersburg, Florida. Anyhow, this is a very unique situation, like others I've encountered. It's not like the usual big warehouse or a big truck stop. It's a small, tight space that I had to back into. They only have 3 doors, and there's tons and tons of other employee cars, 4-wheelers around here. Light poles, parking stumps, concrete walls, cement poles. I'm gonna try to just give you guys a look at what I had to go through. This is my truck. Okay, this is the warehouse. Really, really small. Poles, concrete wall, buildings, employee cars everywhere. Another truck, he's backed into the other space, and then there's a third space. There's only 3. Mine, the one behind me, and that door. Only 3 doors. Obstacles everywhere. Concrete walls, employee cars, trees, cement poles, parking stumps all over there on the ground, trees everywhere, and like many other. And look at the entrance. Look at the entrance. It's small, it's tight, And this is a residential street. It's not like a what do you call it? Industrial park, where they got wide streets that they know there's going to be a lot of trucks coming through. You know what I'm saying? These streets are real tight. A lot of cars parked on the side of the streets. As a matter of fact, this is a dead-end street, guys. I don't know if you can see it, but this is a dead-end street. So when you coming into these places, man, you got to have your head on the swivel. I made a mistake yesterday, and I didn't actually make a mistake. My trucker GPS led me down the wrong, well, not the wrong street, but the street was, it was closed due to construction. But I didn't know that until I got there, and it was too late. I had to do a miraculous maneuver to get up out of there. And it was kind of dangerous because I went into somebody's personal property. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, super dark. Had they, come out and shot me or whatever, they would have been in the right, because they weren't doing anything but protecting their property. They didn't know that I was a truck driver trying to get out of a sticky situation. They maybe just thought I came to rob or something. So my point in saying all that is, do your homework, man. Do your own due diligence. Don't trust anybody more than you trust yourself. I was making a delivery in Missouri maybe like 2 weeks ago. And my GPS, see, look at this guy back here behind me. He's faced with a sticky situation. He probably doesn't know where he's going at, or doesn't know how he's going to get in there. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying about me going to Missouri. My GPS told me to go one way. And when I got up in there, it was looking fishy. It was looking real odd. Something told me, nah, this doesn't look right. Stop, assess the situation, and before you get too deep in the hole, try to get yourself out of it. And it was a dead-end street, man. And I went up in there, and there was no way for me to get out. And like 5 or 6 guys had to come out and, stand all around the truck, and my blind side and my passenger side, to where I can see in front of the truck and direct me. Luckily, there wasn't any traffic back there because it was like an industrial park. But my point is, if it looks fishy, stop. it's much easier to get out of the situation before you get into it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Before you put yourself in a sticky situation, try not to get into it. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, I wish y'all could have seen that. That four-wheeler just cut that truck off, man. That's what I'm telling y'all about these tight streets and these tight situations. Y'all got to be careful, man. Look at this wide turn he has to make. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to be careful for these four-wheeler trucks. I think he's coming in here where I'm coming at, and he's got to do the same maneuver that we made back there to get into those tight spots. So, like I was saying, my whole point in uploading this video from the very beginning is, when you get into these kind of situations, I don't care how much experience you got, but especially someone like myself who's new, a rookie, you're gonna always want to get some help. You know, don't be afraid to ask for help. I always ask for help. My first 10, 15, 20 times pulling in truck stops and warehouses, I get out and ask for help. And for the most part, trucking is like a noble brotherhood or fraternity, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Sisterhood, if you will, because you got female drivers too. As a matter of fact, my first time at a truck stop, a female helped me, a woman. But yeah, man, most people, if they see you struggling, they'll jump out and help you because they know what it feels like to struggle. They were once a rookie driver before too. You know, they can get out, even if they don't help you per se, they may, spot you, if that makes sense. Stay behind you in your rear view mirror and point in the direction to where you may need to go. But you got to be confident in yourself. You have to know that when you're sitting behind the wheel, that you're in control. If you turn the wheel this way, you got to know which way is going to make the trailer react. You know what I'm saying? If you turn the wheel that way, you got to know it's going to make the trailer react in whichever way. So whether you feel like you need the help or not, it doesn't hurt to ask for it. Guys, every scenario you put yourself into isn't going to be the perfect backing situation. Okay. Back here is a parking area. I was here since last night. My appointment wasn't until 11 o'clock this morning. Anyway, when I got here, they told me go back there in the back and park, right? Until we call you in the morning, then you can come up here to back into a door. So I had to pull all the way from out of there, past the doors, out here into the street, okay? Out here into the street. Now just imagine if it was a Monday, Tuesday morning, and there was, traffic, kids going to school, school buses, a lot of traffic, small cars everywhere. It'd be a real hard situation, man. So y'all gotta keep all that into the consideration, but also know that you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, you rather be safe than sorry. Sometimes you're gonna have to, people gonna be blowing their horn at you, they're gonna be frustrated, you're gonna be in their way, but they gotta respect this big 70-foot vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, my point is, I pulled all the way out there into the street. So most of my vehicle was in the street, but part of it was back here. And I had to, go for what I knew. My trailer was bent one way, my tractor was bent one way, but I knew where I needed to go and what I had to do as far as steering wheel movements to get where I desired to be, where I needed to be. And this guy behind me, him right there, he spotted me, even though I didn't need it, but I wanted to be spotted, And he kept coming up to the driver's side window. He's like, oh, you need to turn the wheel this way. You need to go this way. But I knew what I needed to do. I knew I wanted my trailer to go. And you can't fault him because he was really trying for me to not hit his mirrors and the hood of his truck, his fender. So I was like, listen, man, I appreciate the help, but I got it. I know what I need to do. I'm not gonna hit your truck. I see I need to make my trailer go this way, so I'm gonna turn my wheel this way. So, I mean, you gotta kind of pick and choose what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna take the help from somebody, sort out or weed out the information that you may not need. Because everything somebody tells you is not gonna be beneficial to you. Some of it may be, but some of it might not be. Everybody's not a good teacher. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's not a good teacher. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to tell y'all, just, do your own homework.